Learn web dev in 7 days. Master AI in 30 days. Cloud engineers are earning 40 lakhs per year. You should start now. So, what am I even supposed to learn first? If you ever felt completely lost about what to learn as a developer, you're not alone. Everyone from influencers to LinkedIn posts is telling you which path to pick, but what's actually right for you? Nobody cares about that. So, in this video, I'll break down the most common developer paths we have, how they work in the real world, and what salaries you can expect, and how to finally decide where to start. So, let's find your perfect dev path. Before we start listing all the options, let's change how we look at this. Instead of asking what should I learn first, let's ask who you are. So if you love to build things, like for example, if you see a problem and instantly start thinking of an application to solve it, if that's the case, you're the builder type. And web and mobile development is your best option. See, if you like web development, you'll be using JavaScript, React, and Node.js to build the application. If you like mobile development, you can go with Android or iOS, but your best option in the current market is to choose cross-platform using React Native or Flutter. But moving on, you'll also be learning server-side development as well within this field. So for that, you can pick any of your preferred language like Go, JavaScript, Python, Rust, whatever that you like. And same thing applies for database as well. You can use any database you want. And when you talk about the career outlook about web development and mobile development, you have a huge job market. You will be able to find a job anywhere in the world, and a huge community who is ready to help you if you get stuck or if you want to upskill even further, and a steady career growth so that you don't have to worry about your job safety. Oh wait, what about the salary expectation? Well, let's not talk about it right now. We'll probably discuss it later in this video. Alright, let's move on. If you're someone who loves to figure out how things work under the hood, and if you ever find yourself wondering how can an app support millions of users without crashing, and if you secretly like the idea of writing less code but still get paid well enough, then cloud and DevOps is actually a better choice for you. See, cloud and DevOps is all about building the infrastructure for the application. So companies would pay insane amount of salary for a skilled engineer who can scale their app efficiently. You'll majorly work with cloud providers like AWS, Google Cloud, and tools like Docker, Kubernetes. You'll be setting up CI/CD pipelines, monitoring tools, analytical tools, etc. And when we talk about the career outlook, we have a massive demand for a skilled engineer in cloud and DevOps, very high salaries, and the best job security you can ever imagine. All right, so let's move on to the next one. So if you're a person who loves to research and experiment with new things, and if you're a type of a person who gets obsessed with a topic and spends hours of debugging into it, if that's you, then AI, ML, and blockchain is a good fit for you. See, AI, ML is a huge field, okay? It's all about making machine think, analyze data, and automate a certain task. Yes, it involves mathematics, but it's beyond that as well. Not every field in AI, ML requires mathematics. And you only choose this field if you are really passionate about it and if you're open to learn new things, experiment with it. Please do not choose this field because of the salary expectations and due to influencers influencing you online. Okay, moving on, blockchain. Blockchain is not just about cryptocurrencies, trading, etc., etc. Okay, since past few years, blockchain ecosystem has improved a lot, and there is a lot of resources online, lot of people online who's ready to support you when you're getting started. But blockchain technology is being adopted right now. It's in the early stages, so you might have to do your own research, do trial and error when you're solving something. And mostly people use this for financial purposes, real estate purposes, fantasy gaming, and community building, etc. So you'll be working with a lot of early stage startups. So if you're someone who doesn't like to work with startups, then this field is not for you. All right, so now we discussed so many options, and by now if you're aware of your interests, you would have no problems making a choice. But for some of us, it's hard to even recognize our own interests, right? So even if we choose against it, maybe because of the fear or by listening to others. Alright, so let's see how to evaluate our choices and make a better decision. First, we'll go through a couple of mistakes we might make during this process. First, choosing based on salary. I see so many people searching which web dev job pays the most. Look, you have to understand that your entry level salary is going to be low no matter what. And if you claim that your friend who got placed in a college placement has 15 lakh per year, see, in reality, that 15 lakh is divided across multiple years and has conditions attached to it. And if they quit in the first year, they won't get the full amount in other companies as well. Okay. All right. And the second mistake is falling for the trends and the influencers. See, 1 minute everyone's saying that Web3 is the future and now they're onto AI. So do not follow this trend and do not believe these influencers. Always follow your strengths and your interest, and that will take you the long way. The third mistake is thinking college placements are everything. Look, I know the fear of college placements, okay? Everywhere, left and right, people are telling you that you're doomed if you don't get placed in college. Look, some of the highest paid developers I know and some of the smartest developers I know were not placed in college, okay? So they went out, they connected with people, they networked with them, they did learn about the technologies being used in the company, okay? They built projects around it and they got good opportunities by their sheer hard work. Okay, they didn't wait for the college to give them a job. They went out and they got themselves their job that they love. But how do you do this? Watch this video till the end because we have an entire section dedicated especially for this. So now, how do you pick the right path for you? The first thing is, if you have no idea about your interest, pick any one, try it out for 2 weeks, and if you like it, continue with it, or else drop it and pick a new one. While doing this, in that 2 weeks, make sure you spend your time productively. Okay, don't just watch some this versus that YouTube videos and then conclude based on that, because there is a difference between your own experience and other people's experience. Okay, so moving on, the next thing is stop choosing a language based on hype. The languages are just tools, okay? They are built to solve a problem and they have their own purpose as well. Some are memory efficient, some are fast, some are fault tolerant, etc., etc. And if you are beginner, learn any language that's easy for you so that you at least have an idea on what are the concepts that will be revolving around a programming language. And you'll be able to learn other languages pretty quick if you know at least one. The third thing is, if you're someone who's looking for a job immediately, it'll be best thing to research your locality. Okay, what are the jobs that are currently in trending and high demand in your current location, and probably tweaking your interest based on that. Okay, so there might be a case where AI might be globally booming, but in your city, cloud and web dev jobs might be higher in demand. And the next thing is, do not waste your time solving this 500 DSA question. I know many people might be waiting for this particular thing. Look, there are many people online who are overhyping DSA and lead code. Yes, DSA is important, but as a fresher, you should focus on real world development first. Companies give complex problem for senior developers, and you can always come back to DSA once you have some exposure, once you have some experience, so that you'll be able to perform better when you're hired as a junior developer. Alright, so let's move on to the next one. See, this is all about going out and meeting people in the industry. Okay, so you can go to hackathons, attend meetups or tech conferences, and you'll be able to meet your potential employers, mentors, or like-minded developers. And as a fresher, this will help you to get noticed and get you exposed to a lot of new technologies. It opened doors to better roles, freelance gigs, many more. Look, make sure that whatever the path you choose is actually keeping you excited every single day, okay, to show up and work on it. So drop a comment on what path are you thinking of choosing, and we'll actually able to discuss that and let's take it forward. All right.